What's going on, everybody? Long time no see. And that's because we have had some major changes in my life over the past month. So I just didn't really feel like doing any videos. That being said, I do have more videos coming soon. One of them is just going to be like a boom, 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 several things in one video because I've got to make some shorter videos. Anyways, back in February of 2013, my dad passed away from cancer. And at that time, I made a nice video with lots of photographs and all sorts of stuff for him. And it was very moving. Everybody enjoyed it. My mom loved it. Well, just a couple of weeks ago, my mom, out of the blue, passed away. She had a heart condition that we were completely unaware of. When my dad died, he asked us to move in with my mom to take care of her. So we thought, okay, sure, it's because she's diabetic. Maybe we just got to watch her blood sugar and make sure she takes her insulin at the right time or eats some candy or some glucose tablets whenever her blood sugar goes low, that sort of thing. And sure enough, we had to do that quite a bit. Then she started falling a lot, and that was kind of weird. She ended up breaking her arm. I had to miss some work so I could take care of her. And then she started having some breathing issues, so I was missing some work and taking care of that, trying to get her to go to a real doctor instead of her personal favorite doctor. Finally, she did go to her personal favorite doctor and finally told him what all was going on. They ran some tests and found out she had some fluid in her lungs, which was causing her breathing issue, and it was also putting pressure on her heart. So he tried to get her to go to a cardiologist and a pulmonologist. So he set her up with some specialists. That night, we had to rush her to the ER, and she was in the hospital for about 2.5 weeks with this problem. Turns out she had a very, very bad heart. She had blockages in every major thing. Her veins and arteries were so small they couldn't really get the catheter tube through there and the balloons to expand without worrying about sort of blowing up her tissues. So they chose not to. It took a long time until they finally found somebody who was willing to try. And they tried, and they did it, and it worked for about a day. Then she got to come home, and we thought, okay, everything's great. And that night she had a heart attack. And the only thing that saved her was this electric shock vest, a portable AED. And we got her to the emergency room real fast. While she was there, she had 22 more pulmonary cardiac things happen. And it was freaky. And the only thing keeping her alive at the time was the life vest, because it was able to, detect the heart problem before the doctors and nurses were even able to come into the room. And it was a shocking experience. No, it was really quite terrible, actually. We did get some jokes about it at first. It was kind of funny. And then it wasn't. It continued throughout the day. It continued throughout the next day. They put her in a artificial coma and tried to get everything back under control, but they had her on so many medications that it really appeared everything was under control. And when they woke her up, not resuscitated, they woke her up. She started having those heart things again, and she kept getting shocked over and over and over, and some of them were huge. They did say that several of them were actual heart attacks, and the only thing that stopped them was that defibrillator. She wasn't happy. She had them go and follow her advance directive. And luckily she had already put that out. It was on me, but she was still conscious, and she was still very, very aware of what was going on around her and of what was happening to her. And kidney failure, liver failure, lung failure, and of course the heart failure. All of this going on, and at that point, the only thing keeping her alive were the machines. And she elected to be taken off of the machines. So, at the end of October, my mom passed away to a heart attack. And, I've just been not feeling video-ish for quite a while. On the video I made for my dad, we did a lot of photos and stuff. My mom had a mysterious way of not getting caught by a photograph. So I've got 3 pictures So I'll show those now, and we'll talk about them. So let's start here with my all-time favorite picture of my mom. I took this picture at, I think it might have been MDJ 2K7's birthday. He might have been turning 4 or 5, and they got him this basketball goal, and the hoop there just happened to match up perfectly where the little plastic ring that holds the net on, it looked like she was missing her 2 front teeth. And this has been my all-time favorite picture for at least the past 10 years. And I post this every year on Mother's Day, and she absolutely hates it. But I think in secret, she actually really likes it because she and I have a very similar sense of humor. And yes, she did laugh about this picture too, but I absolutely love this one. This is us in Vegas back in 2006 at the Hofbrau House. You can see on my hand there, I got a little wedding ring. So this was my 1-year anniversary with my wife, who's sitting across from me because my mom got to sit next to me. Me and my mom were very close. We were like really good friends, like we were actual friends. It was kind of a weird thing. You know, I don't think that many people can say they're actually friends with their parents, but I was friends with my mom. She was a pretty cool lady. Next thing I got here are a couple of screenshots, just some humor stuff, because like I said, it's really tough to get pictures of her. She tended to shy away from the camera. She didn't like to have her picture taken. So I've got some fun texts that we shared between us. Yeah, and here I convinced her that we had bed bugs, and she had had experience with bed bugs. They brought them back on a vacation once, and they had to do the whole house heated up and stuff. So yeah, I sent her that picture, and she called me an A-word. But that's okay. I kind of was. Last time she went on a trip, this was just a couple of months ago. She was bored. She had been having a few drinks while she was in the casinos. And yeah, we just had a fun little conversation about it. I don't think that is the word she meant to write. And this was right before, probably the week before she passed away. I was trying to give her a pep talk. You know, she's got lots to look forward to. She's going to be a great grandma one day. I marked out the kids' names there, so you don't need to know who they were. But yeah, she was pretty sure she was going to get over it. This was right before her surgery and right before she got to come home. So yeah, we were kind of thinking things were going to go well. And obviously, they didn't. So that's where I've been for the past month. I've been kind of taking care of my mom, taking care of the household, taking care of my wife and the kids. They've been taking care of me. I've been pretty torn up about this one. With my dad, you know, we had a couple of years to prepare. Like, he got his diagnosis fairly early, and we were able to work through it the whole time. My mom, it was like one day she got sick, and then 3 weeks later she was gone. So it's been a really tough time, and I want to dedicate this video to my mom. I really appreciate you, Mom. You were a pretty cool lady. You were one of my best friends, and I am sincerely going to miss you.